Achieving a Greek soldier-like physique requires a disciplined approach focused on reducing body fat, building balanced muscle, and ensuring proper recovery. The ideal aesthetic is lean yet muscular, with broad shoulders, a well-developed back, a vertebral waist, defined abs, and proportionate legs. To begin, body fat must be lowered to between 10% and 12%, as excess fat obscures muscle definition. A diet rich in lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats supports muscle growth while keeping body fat in check. Building a Greek warrior's body requires patience and persistence, as results do not appear overnight. Setting realistic, incremental goals helps maintain motivation, whether it's increasing pull-up repetitions, adding weight to squats, or gradually reducing body fat. Ancient warriors were not merely sculpted for show. Their strength, agility, and endurance were vital for survival. It requires a balanced approach to training, emphasizing compound lifts and symmetry, alongside a nutrient-dense diet tailored to individual needs. During muscle-building phases, a moderate caloric surplus with emphasis on protein timing, particularly around workouts, can maximize anabolic potential while minimizing fat gain. When transitioning to fat loss phases, protein intake should remain high to preserve hard-earned muscle, while carbohydrates and fats are strategically reduced to create an energy deficit without sacrificing performance or recovery. Curating an environment that supports the goal, whether through training partners who share similar aspirations, a home meal prep system that removes guesswork, or even the strategic placement of motivational cues like art or quotes can dramatically improve consistency. The ancient Greeks understood this principle well, designing their gymnasiums as spaces that inspired physical and intellectual growth simultaneously. Modern practitioners can recreate this by treating their training space with similar reverence, whether it's a home gym or commercial facility. Recovery modalities should be treated with the same importance as training itself. Contrast showers for circulation, regular massage, your self-myofascial release for tissue quality, and occasional deload weeks to prevent systemic fatigue accumulation. The Mediterranean diet, ironically originating from the same region that inspired this physique, provides an excellent template rich in olive oil, fish, vegetables. No amount of muscle development compensates for slouched shoulders or hesitant movement. Incorporating posture drills, breathing exercises, and even basic martial arts or combat sports training can instill the courage and confidence that makes the physique truly commanding. This holistic approach, with physical development, mental fortitude, and personal presence grow in tandem, transforms the pursuit from mere body sculpting to authentic self. The Greek social ideal endures precisely because it represents more than just aesthetics. It symbolizes the harmonious development of body, mind, and spirit. By embracing this comprehensive philosophy, modern individuals can achieve not just the appearance of ancient warriors, but their combination of physical capability, mental resilience, and timeless dignity that transcends eras and remains just as relevant today as it was millennia ago. The path demands much, but rewards with even more. Not merely a body that turns heads, but one that stands the test of time. Just like the marble statues, they continue to inspire generations long after their creators have turned to dust. And whole grains offering both health benefits and the micronutrient diversity needed for optimal body function. Strategic supplementation can provide an edge. Omega-3 sal for inflammation control, vitamin D for hormone regulation, and electrolytes for hydration status during intense training or calorie-restricted phases. Recovery, both physical and mental, must be prioritized, with sleep, stress management, and hydration playing pivotal roles. Unlike temporary fitness goals, The Greek warrior physique represents a permanent lifestyle, one that must be maintained through various life stages and circumstances. Developing intrinsic motivation becomes crucial when external validation fluctuates. This requires reframing the journey as self-mastery rather than vanity, where each workout becomes a meditation in discipline and each meal a conscious choice toward a higher standard. The practice of visualization, imagining oneself with a completed physique while training, can strengthen neural pathways and enhance mind-muscle connection during workouts. Overcoming plateaus demands creativity in training variables, altering rest periods, implementing intensity techniques like drop sets, or even temporarily switching to unconventional training modalities like gymnastics or strongman exercises to shock the body into new growth. Consistency, patience, and a focus on both aesthetics and functionality will yield a body that is not only visually impressive, but also strong, resilient, and capable, true to the legacy of the ancient warriors who inspired it. Whether the goal is to stand out on the beach, excel in athletic pursuits, or simply embody a timeless ideal of masculine beauty, the principles of the Greek soldier physique offer a proven roadmap to success. By adhering to these guidelines and adapting them to personal preferences and limitations, anyone can sculpt a body that commands admiration and respect, just as the warriors of antiquity did. The journey toward a Greek soldier physique extends beyond mere physical transformation. It represents a fundamental shift in lifestyle and mindset. This classical ideal of masculine beauty, immortalized in ancient sculptures and historical accounts, wasn't achieved through shortcuts or temporary measures, but through consistent dedication to physical excellence. The modern interpretation of this aesthetic requires understanding that true muscular balance is created by focusing solely on mere muscles, but by developing the entire kinetic chain with equal attention to often neglected areas like the posterior chain, rotator cuffs, and stabilizer muscles. Training should incorporate periodization principles, cycling between phases focused on foundational strength, muscular hypertrophy, and definition to prevent adaptation plateaus while continuously progressing toward the ultimate goal. The back, for instance, needs particular emphasis, not just the lats for width, but also the rhomboids and traps for that characteristic armor-like thickness seen in classical depictions. Shoulder development should aim for the round-capped deltoid appearance that creates the illusion of width, even when relaxed, achieved through a mix of heavy overhead presses and targeted lateral raise variations. Arm training must strike a delicate balance between biceps and triceps development, as disproportionate arms can ruin the otherwise harmonious flow of the physique. Leg development deserves special consideration. While modern aesthetics often favor upper body emphasis, the Greek ideal celebrated powerful, proportional legs that conveyed both strength and agility, best developed through a combination of squat patterns, hinge movements, and targeted calf work. Incorporating functional fitness elements such as plyometrics, kettlebell swings, or sandbag carries can enhance athleticism and prevent the physique from becoming purely aesthetic. Mobility work, including dynamic stretching and foam rolling, maintains joint health and flexibility, reducing injury risk and ensuring long-term progress. Tracking progress through photos, measurements, or strength milestones provides tangible evidence of improvement, even when the scale doesn't move. Mental resilience is just as important as physical effort, especially during plateaus or setbacks. Incorporating mindfulness practices such as meditation or visualization can enhance focus and discipline, reinforcing the connection between mind and body. Protein intake should be prioritized to aid recovery and hypertrophy, with sources like chicken, fish, eggs, and plant-based alternatives providing the necessary amino acids. Stress management is crucial, as chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can hinder fat loss and muscle growth. Techniques like deep breathing, yoga, or even leisurely walks can mitigate stress and improve recovery. Similarly, avoiding excessive alcohol, and prioritizing sleep hygiene such as maintaining a consistent bedtime and limiting screen time before sleep ensures the body can repair and grow optimally. Social support also plays a role. Training with a partner or joining a community with similar goals fosters accountability and encouragement. Carbohydrates fuel intense training sessions, with whole grains, sweet potatoes, and fruits offering sustained energy. Fats, particularly from sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil, support hormone production and joint health. Caloric intake should be adjusted based on good surpluses for muscle gain and controlled deficits for fat loss, but extreme dieting should be avoided to prevent muscle loss or metabolic slowdown. Hydration is another often overlooked factor. Adequate water intake ensures optimal performance, recovery, and nutrient transport. This can be measured using bioelectrical impedance scales or professional skin fold tests. A combination of calorie control, cardiovascular exercise, and strength training helps shed fat while preserving muscle. Once a lean base is established, targeted muscle development becomes crucial. The back, a key component of the Greek warrior look, requires exercises like pull-ups, rows, and deadlifts to build width and thickness. Shoulders should be trained from all angles, incorporating presses, lateral raises, and rear delt movements for a rounded, powerful appearance. Chest development relies on presses and flies, while arms need both bicep and tricep isolation work for symmetry. Leg training cannot be neglected. Squats, lunges, and deadlifts build the quads and hamstrings, while calf raises ensure lower leg proportionality. Recovery is just as important as training. Post-workout nutrition, including protein and carbohydrates, aids muscle repair, while active recovery methods like walking or light cycling enhance blood flow. Sleep, particularly 7 to 9 hours per night, is essential for hormone regulation and muscle growth, as growth hormone and testosterone peak during deep sleep stages. Supplements like protein powder and creatine can support muscle retention and energy levels, though they are not mandatory. Ultimately, consistency in training, nutrition, and recovery will sculpt the lean, muscular, and balanced physique reminiscent of a Greek warrior. For optimal results, a structured diet tailored to fat loss should complement this regimen, ensuring that hard-earned muscle is revealed beneath a layer of low body fat. To further refine the Greek soldier physique, attention must be paid to the finer details of muscle symmetry and proportion. Unlike modern bodybuilding, which often emphasizes extreme size and specific muscle groups, the Greek aesthetic values harmony. Each muscle should complement the others without This means avoiding overdevelopment of the chest at the expense of the back or neglecting the lower body in favor of upper body dominance. A well-structured training program should cycle through phases of hypertrophy, strength, and endurance to ensure muscles are not only large but also functional and resilient. Compound movements like deadlifts, squats, and overhead presses should form the foundation as they engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously, promoting balanced growth and core stability. Isolation exercises can then be used to address any lagging areas, such as rear delts or calves, ensuring no muscle group is left underdeveloped. Nutrition plays an equally critical role in achieving this physique. The psychological aspect of this journey cannot be ignored. Beyond training and nutrition, lifestyle factors significantly impact results. Finally, the Greek soldier physique is not just about appearance, but also about functionality. In summary, achieving a Greek soldier-like physique is a holistic endeavor that blends disciplined fat loss, strategic muscle development, and mindful recovery. Nutritional strategies must evolve alongside training phases, with macronutrient ratios adjusted to support either muscle growth or fat loss as needed. The psychological dimension of this transformation often proves most challenging. Social and environmental factors significantly influence success. The ultimate expression of this physique comes when it is paired with the posture and bearing of a warrior.